Good and welcome to our presentation once again. Today our topic is going over to the other side. This topic is taken from the book of Mark, chapter 4 verse 35. Now let's begin. Going over to the other side was used by Jesus in the book of Mark chapter 4 verse 35, when he said to his disciples, "That day when evening came, he said to his disciples, 'Let us go over to the other side.'" Introduction. In the Gospel of Mark, Jesus and his disciples are in a boat when a storm suddenly appears. Jesus is sound asleep while the disciples are panicked. They wake him and ask if he cares that they are about to die. Jesus calms the storm and then asks the disciples why they are so afraid. He tells them that they should have more faith. The disciples have just experienced a miracle, but instead of being filled with joy, they are still afraid. Jesus tells them that they need to have more faith. This is a lesson for us all. We need to have faith that Jesus is in control, even when it feels like everything is out of control. When we are afraid, we can trust that Jesus is with us and he will calm the storms in our lives. In this blog post, we will explore what it means to cross over to the other side and to have faith in Jesus. Going over to the other side, a profound look. As a spiritual term, going over to the other side means believing that there is life after death. It is based on the idea that the soul is immortal and moves on to another life after death. There are many religions and cultures that believe in some. For some, the idea of going over to the other side is a comfort, knowing that they will be reunited with loved ones who have passed away. For others, it is a mystery and a source of curiosity. Either way, it is a powerful and significant belief that has been a part of human spirituality for centuries. The Sea of Galilee. Located in Israel, the Sea of Galilee is a large freshwater lake. It is the lowest freshwater lake on Earth and is about 213 feet below sea level. There are about 12 miles of shoreline along the lake, and it is about 8 miles wide. Its area is about 166 square miles. The lake has been called by many different names throughout history. The Sea of Galilee is a very important place in Christian history because it is where Jesus performed many of his miracles. Miracles. Why did Jesus want to go over to the other side? Some people believe that Jesus wanted to go over to the other side because he knew a miracle was about to take place. Others believe that Jesus was going over to the other side because he had been teaching in that area and wanted to continue his work. In simple terms, Jesus made it to the other side of the Sea of Galilee because he wanted to spread love, compassion, healing and peace to a dying world. Firstly, to fulfill his mission. Jesus was going over to the other side of the Sea of Galilee to fulfill his mission. The people there were in need of a spiritual shepherd and Jesus was the perfect candidate. He had shown his concern for them by healing the sick and casting out demons. He needed to leave where he was to venture to another town, region to continue with his mission. Secondly, to calm the storm. Jesus wanted to go over to the other side to perform miracles, starting with the disciples in the boat. A storm had arisen and threatened to destroy the boat that Jesus and his disciples were in. But Jesus calmed the storm with a simple command: "Peace, be still." Our world is flooded by storms of all kinds. These are economic crisis, political tension, insecurity, ethnic and racial discrimination, academic incompetency and so on. Furthermore, we are encompassed by inner storms of mental or psychological pressure and emotional imbalance. All these can be calmed by our Lord Jesus Christ. Thirdly, to heal the sick. "Let us go over to the other side" could also have been a symbolic way of saying that they were going to a different place or region. Why? To perform miracles, to heal the sick, to teach the people and spread his word. As a result, Jesus wanted to perform other miracles, this time, healing people on the other side of the sea. Today's significance of going over to the other side. When one hears the phrase, going over to the other side, it can conjure up images of leaving the known world behind and embarking on a journey into the unknown. Inasmuch as this could sound true, is that really what this phrase means? A positive approach to change. In reality, going over to the other side simply means embracing positive change in the world. It means having an understanding that the status quo is never static and that there is always room for improvement. It means being open to new ideas and new ways of doing things. And it means having the courage to stand up for what is right, even when it is not popular. Going over to the other side is not about leaving the past behind, but rather about building a better future. It is a journey that we all must take if we are to create a world that is more just, more peaceful, and more sustainable. Putting end to conflicts. Whenever we talk about going over to the other side, we are also talking about fighting to end conflict. This is because when we engage. However, sometimes conflict can be resolved without resorting to violence. In these cases, it is important to remember that we are all human beings with the same basic needs and desires. We all want to be happy and have a sense of security. Therefore, if we want to end conflict, we need to keep in mind that we are both fighting for the same thing. We need to be willing to compromise and to see the other side's perspective. The spirit of oneness lives at the other side. At the other side, the spirit of oneness lives on. This is a place where we are united as one. Here, love and light abound, and there is an endless sense of peace and tranquility. It is a beautiful place, where all hearts are open and all minds are at ease. There is no judgment here, only acceptance and understanding. This is the spirit of oneness, and it lives on at the other side. Conclusion. We will conclude by asking this question. Does going over to the other side mean traveling outside your town, region or country or even dying? The answer is no. You can stay where you are and build your own other side. It is the new state of mind that you will have when you let Jesus take control of everything that concerns you. The end. Thanks for watching. Please visit our website zinniesgotaword.com to read the article. See you in our next video.